Welcome to my RA360 TV, 360 TV, and of course, I'm your host, Adonis Lockett. Joining me, as always, my esteemed co-host, Mr. Darion Coleman.
You know it. What's up, people?
All right, and tonight, special guest, Joaquin Calbazana, also known as Dream. In the few weeks that I've known Dream, this guy is amazing and inspirational beyond words. He got into real estate business, jumped right to being a builder, doing new construction, just impressive beyond impressive. So very happy to have our guest join us tonight. And again, tonight's show, 360 TV, is sponsored by My RA360, the future of real estate investing. Learn the business, build your real estate team, find a deal, and manage a project, all at the push of a button from a single platform. And of course, to start our show is our Whiskey Wisdom.
Hi, it's Lauren, and I'm here with this week's Whiskey Wisdom. And for my drink this week, still changing it up, not drinking whiskey. I have a very fancy bottle of Ace of Spades. Let me do a taste test to make sure you know it's right for you guys for this week. Okay, I can help you out now. I can give you some tips. So this week's Whiskey Wisdom is never trust anyone initially. Make sure you take your time building relationships. Make sure you let people earn your business. When you're out there doing your projects and you're meeting GCs and you're getting quotes and bids, don't be impressed by fancy cards and trucks with their names on it and things like that. Let them show you that they're professionals, get recommendations, go see their projects that they worked on. Let them show you who they are. Don't rush to give them, whatever they ask for. It's a new relationship. Go slow. It's like you're dating. It's like, first we start out with coffee, then we start out with the dinner date. Same thing with your projects. First we start out with demo, then we can move on to pricing out other stuff. Don't just go all in with the first person you meet and then end up upside down. Go slow, don't trust anyone. That's my advice. Back to you guys.
Don't go slow. Don't trust anyone.
Well, I can tell you right now, Lauren just educated me on why I'm single.
He's day one, so you coming over tonight? She's like, bro, let's make it through dinner first.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah. So are you coming or not?
Right.
So Dream, what's your thoughts about the advice? Don't trust anyone until you do.
I kind of I would reverse it, even though I trust my sister's judgment. I treat everybody like at the top of their credit score.
Okay.
Like when you first start, you got an
A rating credit.
You got
score.
a high rating. Like
Right.
you didn't do nothing. You didn't have any repos with me.
Right.
You didn't have any bankruptcies with me. You had no chapters. You didn't have no niches. Because when we first meet, okay, but I allow you to devalue your credit score. You were late to a couple of meetings. You're at a 750 now. You were
keep chipping away.
right. You didn't follow up. You know what I'm saying? So now you're at a 700. You didn't even finish the deal. Now we out. You got a bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. But I see exactly what she means, though.
Wait, Darren?
I'm going to go slower.
He's still on the dating piece. Me, I'm the exact opposite. I don't trust you. You were referred to me. Not only do I not trust you, man, I don't like you. You got to earn your like, oh man, listen, such and such gave me raving reviews. I've done all these projects.
That don't mean nothing to you, huh?
No, I don't like you. Like, you're a good guy. You're a great gal. I don't like you, though. Until you get through a project or two, until we make it through our milestones, then I'm the complete opposite. To me, everyone's always trying to rip me off. So I got to be extra on edge. I got to be extra low-key micromanaging. And sometimes that rubs people the wrong way. And potential great relationships go left. But in fairness, the only reason I'm like that is because I started out like you, and you get burned once, twice, 3 times over, and I'm like, it's easier to start out making them earn the trust versus making them lose the trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So difference of opinion in that regard.
Right.
But So, but with that said, Dream. So again, like in the few weeks that I've known you, man, you have been just killing the game. So I just start from the beginning. Like so you're a builder right now.
Correct.
All right. How long you been in the business?
2.5 years now.
You
As a builder.
all right. So how long have you been in real estate investing as a whole?
Probably about 4 years.
I thought he was gonna say like 10 years. This dude was like,
Right.
oh well, you know,
With all that he's done.
right.
Yeah.
You think.
So
Yeah.
you've been in the game 3 or 4 years, and you're a builder.
Correct.
I've been in the game 11 years, and I've never built a project.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you get into building? Why not go the fix and flip route? Why not go buying rentals? How did you go to the most risky aspect of the business?
So I'm going to say, God, and I'm going to gently drop out of that because I know for a fact I asked a question. I need a very direct answer. So how I started was I was making money as a speaker. I'm a certified speaker with Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T. the
Nice,
hip hop
nice.
preacher.
Awesome.
And the money was cool, but as you're growing and you're trying to push your brand, that's one of the hardest things to do. Just push your
It
brand.
really is.
It's easy to go to a job. You just clock in, clock out, you're done with them.
Right.
But to actually try to convince people to buy into your whole brand, and then as a speaker, it's almost like the rap game, if you will. Like you're a speaker now. Like it's almost kind of equivalent because you got a mic, you got a crowd, you got to bring people in. So same thing. And man, the money, to be honest with you, wasn't coming in quick enough.
Okay.
And I heard Bishop say one day, sometimes you got to do things to quicken you. And I was sitting in at my house one day, and one of my mentors came over, and I was like, man, I just need to figure out how to make some more money. And he said, listen, I'll tell you one thing. You're one of the most creative guys I know.
Okay.
He said, remember that time we went to that house and you was like, they should do this and they should fix this, and if they did this, he said, look, I took that note to them, they did it, and it made the value go up 40%.
Oh, wow.
So he said, Dream, what I think you should do, you've been in this house for 19 years. I'm gonna tell you something, you're not gonna want to do it, but you need to sell your house, take all the equity from your house, in Dallas, we got a spot called Oak Cliff. Go to Oak Cliff and build. And I would show you all the resources to do that. And so I went through there, and man, I was so scared, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I was scared, but I asked specifically for an answer. October, matter of fact, it's actually on social media. On my birthday, October the 7th, 2018, I went to church. I sat on the balcony. I was late because it was hard to get to the church. I was way on the balcony, and Bishop called me out of 5,000 people and said, you came here for an answer today.
Wow.
And that was the decision. I put my house for sale the next 2 days, because that was a Sunday. I put up for sale Tuesday.
Okay.
It sold in 11 days.
Okay.
I took all the money and went all the way in, found a lot over there off of Fordham by the VA hospital, not too far from Rudy's Chicken. So anybody that's in Dallas,
Yeah, I
if
know.
you're in Dallas, it's right there by Rudy's. Found a good spot there. I started building. Before that, I started learning architecture. I've been already knew because I deal with real estate as a marketing firm.
Okay.
I learned real estate through all my clients.
Okay.
And they would tell me all the stuff, so I would help them out with their drawings and stuff. And I designed the house and built it, and it sold in 7 days.
Wow.
So, your first real estate flip was a new construction.
Correct.
And did you say that God told you to move to
Yeah.
Oak Cliff, or the pastor did?
So he didn't tell me to move to Oak Cliff.
Okay.
He told me, he gave me, I asked for a specific answer, which was, is this what am I supposed to do? I'm finna sell my house. I was pretty much paid off the house.
Right.
So I could have been like,
gotcha.
I'm good.
Okay.
Right.
But to sell my house and take all the money that I've, it's kind of like the bank, right? And take all the money and leave here and go to, off of the first one I've ever done. And it was a 4-bedroom, no garage.
Oh my.
Because
Yes.
the lot could not fit a garage. It was a small, narrow lot. But man, it sold so fast. It was a bidding war because of my designs.
Okay. So
That's a good one.
So walk me through. You decided that your first investment project was not going to be a fix and flip where you can get familiar with how it works. Wasn't going to be a rental property so you can get familiar with the intricacies. Your very first deal that you're going to put money into to make money out of was new construction.
Correct.
So,
I was my own bank. Like I didn't
okay,
get no.
so that was my next question.
Yeah.
So, because I was about to say, a lot of lenders, especially in the private sector, don't like to lend to new builders.
Correct.
You didn't take a loan.
No, I didn't.
You used your own money.
Yeah.
Wow.
And here's the thing. I started a reset program because of this. So I actually went to the bank and what made me become a motivational speaker is when I lost my mom.
Okay.
So I lost my mom January 5th, 2013. And because when I lost my mom, it put me in a dark spot, mentally. And I know I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that I'm pretty much going to be a high energy at all time. But when I tell you, I feel like my battery is almost out. Right. And somebody said, Dream, you need to check this video out. And it was a video of E.T., the guru story. And I looked at his
not the movie, because
not extraterrestrial. No.
I was like, oh, he about to make this connect.
No. It was Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I looked at his videos like it was oxygen, because that's how hurt I was.
Right.
My mom passed away at 58 years old.
Right.
Out of nowhere. It wasn't like you see your mom, she's sick, slow, and she leaves away. I seen my mom Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, so that's the 24th of November, right? 26th.
Ish.
And then she left in January the 5th, so that was it.
Right.
So hey, mom, I gave her a hug, and after that, it was gone, right?
Right.
And so I needed it, and I said, man, that is something that's needed. And what I did was I turned that pain that I had into purpose. And so I started helping people as much, and it's my therapy to help people go through that.
So we're gonna get back into the investing in a moment. So you're saying that you're a motivational speaker and your therapy is helping people. What exactly does that mean?
So when you go through I guess it's a trauma. You in my way, you can do one or two things. You can duck off and get into a dark spot, which that is terrible, or you can put that energy and reverse it into something positive.
Okay.
And that's the decision that I made. A lot of people go into dark spots. They might drink themselves away, smoke themselves away, whatever themselves away. My thing was, man, look, I'm going to turn this pain that I'm in, I'm going to get a reward from the pain.
Right.
And the pain is what presses me, and it makes me keep going the other way.
Okay. So what do you help other people do?
So I got a couple of programs. I have an entrepreneur blueprint program where I help entrepreneurs start up from nothing from the concept in your mind. I've been gifted to actually turn that into a reality. So I can birth that whole concept. Social media, websites, web campaigns, how to get that cracking. Another program I have is the Reset program, where if your credit or anything is kind of messed up or whatever, I help you. We got a whole team of credit restoration. From there, we get you the qualified letter to get you the house. We have the real estate people right there on deck. And
hold on, why you look at me when you talk about messed up credit? My stuff good.
No. I'm just. We know you got the 800.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I'm pitching you on the low.
All this stuff good.
No.
But the credit.
Right. You specifically.
No, you got the good credit. But yeah, no. And then we reset the situation. Literally, your credit is life.
Right.
I mean, you got bad credit, and so that's another way. And then last but not least is something I'll give back to my mom, which I have an organization called Moms Don't Quit.
Okay.
So I help mothers, single moms, elevate, help them get jobs. We give them. So last year I was on Channel 4 News. I got a clip of it, Channel 4 News, and I didn't know that was out there. But we gave away a car. We gave away 2 cars last year, and we gave away about 8,000 backpacks and it's for school supplies.
Nice.
But that's just that I have to do that. I feel like that's my tithe, if you will, me giving back, because that's how the universe works. I know if you give out, you'll receive. So I'm always giving.
I love that.
Right.
I try to
that's
give
awesome.
whatever I can.
So these programs, are they all part of like a umbrella company, or are these all standalone entities? Are they 501c? Like
Yeah.
what's
Everything's under the Dream Motivates umbrella.
okay? So Dream Motivates is your company.
Dream Motivates is my brand, my company. Everything's under Dream Motivates. And then Dream Lux Builders is under that. And then we have Moms Don't Quit, which is under that. And DMU, which is Dream Motivates University.
Nice.
And that's for the entrepreneurs to help me mentor them.
Where did Dream come from? The nickname.
So
And if you
I went
say the singer.
no,
gonna
not
have
the
a talk.
singer. Nah,
Okay.
no, I went to. I actually went to Skyline High School.
I idolized him. He was my hero.
Yeah, I went to when I went to Skyline. I used to be in the band or whatever, and I was the guy that threw all the parties. So I was the guy that clowned on the field, dancing and all that stuff. So the announcer would be like, "Uh-oh, here comes," and they would call me by my middle name, which is Hakeem.
Okay.
And they were like, "Hakeem the Dream coming out. He fit the clown on y'all." And I would go out, and so from there, everybody called me Dream. And from there, I started a organization called Dream Entertainment. So I threw a lot of parties in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Okay.
So everybody in Dallas knows me as the one that threw the biggest parties in Dallas.
Okay.
And from there, it turned from Dream Motivation. I just kept it running.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
How long ago was that?
The entertainment.
In a Dream, Hakeem Dream.
I'm
Oh,
about to say-
that was about 15 years ago, man.
Okay, so you've been Dream
Yeah, for a minute.
Okay.
You know, my name is long, Joaquin Calbazana. Look at all those syllables. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep it simple, Dream, keep it popping. But yeah, no, it goes, and it's crazy because it's me. You know what I mean? Because I'm able to. I'm telling you, I don't know how I do it. It's a gift, but I'm able to have these "That's So Raven" moments where I can see, like when I first walk in here. No, I swear to God.
I want to be so serious with you in this moment.
When I first walked into the studio, I see, Helen Keller was blind, right?
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Listen,
We can't glaze over that.
Hold on.
We can't.
Okay,
Do y'all know what I
I'm going
mean?
with you. I'm going with you. Let's
But
go
you
you
this
can
journey.
see stuff.
Yes.
But
You can
hang on,
say
before you
stuff.
can say, because you dropping gems, but I kind of reel it back. Like I would be doing this.
So hold on, y'all ain't seen no That's So Raven? Y'all ain't never seen that?
No, I have, and I
In
grew up
past-
on it.
Okay,
So-
you grew up on it.
I
when
didn't.
when
So you know
say-
exactly what I mean.
I don't. I'm
All right,
not.
so
Let
That's So
me
Raven.
explain
So
it to you.
Raven. All right, so if you ever watched that, when Raven.
I've never did.
All right, okay, cool.
Okay.
So Raven.
Wait, let me pause real quick. So is that like a boy-focused show? Because I always like
No,
my
it
cousins, my
was-
girl cousins
Thi-
would watch it.
Disney
and
Channel, it was the black family show. So
Yeah,
you was a black
it's kinda
kid,
like the
like myself
Cosby.
watching Disney. They
It's
had
little Olivia.
Raven and Kyle.
It's Olivia, but she
Baxter.
got.
And then at some point in the show, each
was
episode, they'd be
cool,
like,
yeah.
"That's so Raven."
No.
Like,
What she
nah,
would do,
I don't
and
get
this,
it. I'm
this why I
sorry.
started. This why I started laughing when he said, I have That's So Raven moments. I just picture him going.
But look, it's
doesn't
like
matter. I
it's
don't
like
get it.
that, but it ain't that
I don't
extreme.
get it.
I
I'm
do it
sorry, I
just.
don't.
You do it cool, like.
No, I can see.
Oh wait. This is like. Oh,
I can see
That's
stuff.
so Raven.
No. I'm so serious. I know. That's why I don't talk to. I don't talk to me. See, y'all be making.
No, we're not making fun.
No.
We serious.
I'm
serious.
making fun.
I'm
I'm not
so
gonna lie.
serious. I don't tell
I
people
am.
about this because after I do, they be like,
That's
No,
so
we
Raven.
ain't
Like,
looking at
you
you
lost
weird,
me. I'm not
though. We
gonna
ain't
lie.
looking at you
No,
weird.
no.
We ain't looking at you
I'm
weird.
looking at you.
tell you,
like,
go look at a clip of That's So
I
Raven.
just want to point out nobody out here is giving you shit.
Apparently, our producers watched That's So Raven throughout his childhood.
I mean, it was
So
all-
Have you ever seen it?
I have no clue what you're talking about either, but I'm not gonna. He's a guest.
You
But
gonna
all
shame
right, for
me,
those
man.
who don't know what That's So Raven is, so basically she would have these visions,
Yeah.
and then they would actually happen, and it'll happen. And I don't tell people about it because it do sound like a little.
So she was
Tell
Jean
your
Grey.
story.
She was Jean Grey from X-Men.
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, she was a
There you
teenage
go.
version of Jean Grey.
Yes.
All right, I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you.
So I can walk in and I can see something, and then when I see it, and it's very clear, and I don't have them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I only have them, like when I walked in here, I had it.
Wow.
Yep. When I walked in here, I had it.
X-Men mutant powers.
Yes. We all have a superpower.
I won't argue that
let-
point.
Yeah, we all have a superpower.
Yeah, I won't argue that.
Here we
at
go.
all.
And along with the superpower, you all have a weakness.
Slow down. Like, you're
talking to Hercules.
You never not seen my resume. No.
No, like, look, watch this. Your superpower equals your gift. Your gift will make room for you. That's in the Bible.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
It
so
is.
your gift is your superpower.
Right.
So the ability to self-assess. You only can do what you only can do. You're good at what you could do it good at.
Everything.
Yeah, Adonis may come in. Okay, let's take his superpower, right?
Right. Everything.
So his superpower is getting
Everything.
things done, very aggressive, and he's going to check that checklist off.
Right.
However, he could come across as a butthole sometimes.
Yes.
Is that the PC version of that?
If you know, but if you
Yes.
know him, you just know that he's in his element, and you let him take that lead because that's his superpower. So instead of asking somebody to open the door, he ain't gonna do that. He fit to bust it down.
Yes.
He fit to Hulk smash it. You feel me? And so that's your superpower.
Right.
It's just-
Yo, I really love that, especially the point when you say everyone does have a superpower. So, to our viewers that are watching and you're spending your lovely evening with us, hashtag what your superpower is. Let us know.
Man.
Tell us, because you never know, somebody else might be watching and they might need your superpower in their life. So, hashtag that right now.
what's
Or maybe your superpower is not having superpowers.
I know some people like that.
Some people, you know what? My superpower is just being the average Joe, and there's nothing wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong, 'cause
There's
we need those.
You know what? Every video game has the average Joe character. So if your superpower is being the average Joe, do not be shamed about that. We need you.
They always survive. They really do.
Or no, they always die first.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna be like this. Every person has
A superpower.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Now here's the thing.
That's our statement. That's our statement of the night. Every person has a superpower.
Everybody.
And it's your responsibility to figure out what that is.
There you go. There you go.
So, is our word of the night hashtag superpower?
You gotta
we
figure out.
normally do
Yeah,
word.
you gotta
All
figure
right,
out.
so our word of the night. What is it, Darion?
Hashtag superpower.
Don't tell me.
Hashtag superpower.
I like it. That's our word of the night.
Look at your wife's superpower.
So the superpowers are rolling in. So Lauren says her superpower is she is able to tolerate Adonis. Lauren,
That is, we commend you on that superpower, right?
if y'all can beat Lauren on that,
Yo. So let's identify that real quick for those who trying to figure out your gift or your superpower. Here's your superpower. I'm about to give it to you. Ready? Your superpower or gift is what comes easy to you, but harder for most. That's what your gift is. What your superpower.
that's a
We have to let you know. When you drop gems, you'll get that raspberry fresh out of the oven pie smell. So you were saying.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. 360, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, that's your superpower. Once again, your superpower is what comes easy to you, but harder for most. So here's like what Adonis said was, everybody has a superpower. So I could equivalent to my credit card story, which is funny. The very first time I had a credit card, I'll never forget. That's when Polo was in. Everybody was rocking a Polo boots.
Balled out.
One. Everybody poloed out, right? And so
Balled
I
out.
got approved for $1,000, and they sent it to me, and
Back
I
then, that's
Wait,
when
wait.
we
went
was balling.
Wait.
to Town East Mall, right? And I mean, you couldn't tell me nothing. And I got all this stuff. I got the matching polo socks, the drawers, the everything. I'm poloed out the game. I go to and it was like on some Black Friday. Everybody was there, right? And so the girls in line, and I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so I get up to the deal, and I got $1,000. Like I went in, boom, I went it all polo. I know I'm about to run it up.
You see my face?
Yeah. And so she's
Yeah.
swiping. And she hit me. I was right on because I had the calculator. It was like $980.
You was sweating.
Man, yes, because I got the girl. Everybody go like, let's pull away $50. So guess what? It declined. Yeah, and now I'm sweating. Now I'm sweating. I'm sweating now. And like, I said, nah, trust me, we good. You need to fix that. Oh, I'm sorry. Run it again. Decline.
Yikes.
I was like, oh, damn.
All right, you know what? Take your shirt off.
I'm tripping.
You know what? It's a shirt or two.
I'm
We good.
tripping, bro.
We
And
good.
look, and now the girls is looking at me like, whatever.
He ain't got
I
it.
said, okay. So I said, no, you need to get a manager. And so they got a manager out, and it was like, so the manager said, I said, man, listen, I'm laying in the back. Everybody look. The line getting long. I'm like, man, I'm about to be out of here with all my cool points. I'm throwing parties. They like, Dream ain't got no money. So like, what's up? And so the guy said, well, let me see one time. He swiped it and it declined again. I was like, hey, what? And he said, hold on. He looked at the code, and the code he said, look, man, based on this code, let me show you what happened. It says you have to access it. So if you call this number, access your card. I called them, accessed it, and it went through.
Wow.
That's your superpower.
Ooh.
You don't have it. You have it. You just don't know how to access
You have
it.
the potential. For
I'm not gonna lie, like
But
you
you have
lost
to
me.
tap-
It was like
But I say
he said your superpower
real
is
good in
access, so
You have
didn't
to access
activate
it.
the card.
You have to activate it.
I get the reference now. I'm not gonna lie. It went here. It was like access.
Everybody has a superpower.
You just gotta,
know how to
activate the
activate it.
card
There you
to
go.
swipe
You
the
gotta
payment.
tap
There
into
you
the
go. You gotta-
main source.
There
You
you
gotta
go.
call the number that's on the back of your card.
Yeah, so can I get an international?
There we go. There we go.
But that right there changed my life. I was like, bet, okay, now. And so what I figured out how to do is not only with my superpower, but learn how to help or access other people's superpower.
I love that because we had a viewer. Ryan said that his superpower is to influence the uninfluenceable. I know I just messed it up, but that's my.
Did you
Influence
know?
the
You-
uninfluenceable?
You sounded.
Did I say it right?
You said it right.
I kind of stumbled over it a little bit, but that's okay. I
Okay.
just like to keep it real to
Influence
the,
the
Well,
to
I
the
mean,
viewers.
well, we know
Keep it
like
real.
that YouTube degree kind of goes only so far.
Hold on.
Understand?
Now hold on.
YouTube University.
It was like right off the cue card.
I was trying to say it's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, so I gotta tell you, I don't think it's very refreshing to hear such a positive disposition, because I don't think that I don't think I've heard that perspective of how to dial into the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So that's a really solid point. Learn your superpower, but more importantly, learn how to dial into your superpower.
To access it.
Even if it means just calling your credit card company and activating your
Access.
card.
Look, it was a
Yeah.
card. It was you. So the card represents you.
Right.
The card is there, and they swiped it, but you couldn't do nothing with it.
Right.
But something happened with the kid that went inside and started playing the games, and now he has a Twitch account and he make a lot of money.
So
So that's the superpower. So,
any credit card company that wants to sponsor Myra 360
Let's go,
TV,
run
feel
it.
free to reach out to us at Myra 360 TV. We'd love to talk to you about sponsoring the
run
show.
it up.
It better be Chase. Let me tell you something, Chase.
Run it
These
up.
clothes for this show.
Relax. There's a
you
couple-
see what I'm doing?
There's a couple BOAs and American Expresses in here. Listen, all parties welcome, all
Exactly.
inquiring sources welcome.
Right.
Listen, don't box out our
You're right.
sponsors
You're right.
or potential sponsors.
You're right.
That could be you. All right, so Dream, so you tapped into superpowers, you created all these different programs to help people tap into the best version of themselves. I want to circle back to the building aspect of it. So you are the epitome of betting on yourself.
Absolutely.
I took all the money from a house that I was about to own free and clear, sold it, took that money, built my own project, sold it in how many days?
7.
7 days. So you are financing your own builds.
Correct.
Why not take that $100,000, $200,000 and leverage, and instead of financing 2 builds, finance 20 builds?
Now, I love that. Now, this is what you start coming into, start learning. So when I went into building, I got what I call the Heisman.
Okay.
Now, if you know what the Heisman is, right?
You got a mean stiff arm to somebody.
I kept getting this
Right.
from everybody.
Right.
Nobody wouldn't let the kid in.
Okay.
They wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let me in. There's no. Because they seen what I did with the parties.
Right.
They seen what I did. Oh, by the way, I had a limousine and party bus company. They seen what I did with that.
So you was a social, like a nightlife
Yeah,
dirtbag.
so
Okay.
I was the guy that understands business, and so I kept getting the Heisman.
They say
Right.
Hakeem the Dream don't belong.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
keep dreaming, brother.
keep dreaming.
You keep dreaming before you walk through these doors.
You're not gonna be our nightmare.
So what I did was I said, okay, I ain't fit to play with you. So what happened was, because I became my own bank, that was what accessed me into the doors. Because I don't gotta holler at you about financing the land.
Right.
I find the best deal on the land. I bought the land. I don't gotta holler at the
banks. Don't name drop the banks.
the banks. I was my own bank.
Any aspiring sponsors.
Right.
Say,
You know,
He
and
was about to go to him like, listen,
yeah. And so in the midst of it, when I bought the land, and I start meeting people like, oh, you bought this land? I said, yeah, I bought this land. Oh, da da da. And then I'm getting my foundation done. I did the blueprint. I went to go get my permits. So while I'm going to get my permits, other builders are down there. I'm in the door.
Okay.
Everybody's in. It's like you get in a VIP room.
Okay.
So if you're in a VIP room, it's like, oh, so you're a builder. No, yeah, I am. And then we start talking. He said, man, well, you know about this guy and this hard money lender and this hard, and I'm up here like, yeah, but tell me a little bit more about your guy. And then he started, man, let me give you my number. He said, man, and that's why I would tell people your network is your net worth.
come on. Come on.
You start increasing your network. Start
This
increasing
space
your
is
network.
that without the
Yeah. And so I started getting in, and so I had to pay to play.
Okay.
So after I sold my house, reset, now I know about hard money. Now I know about leveraging.
So you met these guys. They told you about hard money. They told you about leveraging. They told you about different resources. So it sounds like if you need a hard money lender or any other resources, log on to www.myre360.com. Click on Find Local Vendors. And you can find all types of lenders, builders. You can find potential contractors, GCs, and everything like Dream right on myre360.com. Find local vendors. It's free to register, at least for now. Log on, build your team in a matter of a few minutes. So you were saying, just go.
And now a word from our sponsor. And so now I'm in, right? But it's all good because it was a roll of the dice, but it was a very good education. I mean, how you gonna lose on? So I learned.
For you, it wasn't necessarily a roll of dice. You were guided. You tapped into
My gift.
your gift. You
Yeah.
called that number on the back of your car.
That's right.
Love it.
And so as I start opening my mouth, I made sure. So the very first thing I did, bro, is where I said, I went to this company online, and they sent me about a stack of this many, and it was different sheets of checks. And I had my own personalized checkbook, was the real one. Like, I got it out there. You just open it up and write the check and I paid I paid all my contractors myself. I went up there, popping the lines on the concrete, make sure we building up, looking at the frame, building everything. And
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt. You don't just innately know to pop lines on concrete, to pour foundation in certain parameters. You had to learn that somewhere. Where, on your first project, on your second project, where did you learn? Because a lot of people are 3 or 4 projects in, still understanding how the electrical panel like capacity works.
Yeah.
How are you in your first and second project understanding the parameters for foundation, like electrical integration, horizontal?
Right.
That's not something that you just innately know. Where did
Ready?
that come from?
You ready?
We ready.
This is about to be crazy. Coronas.
Huh?
Coronavirus?
What?
No,
I'm about
Corona
to
the beer.
So wait, you read this shit on the back of a Corona bottle?
No.
Wait, what?
So
Wait,
what I
is, it
did
like, is it like a
was-
Snapple cap? Like pop.
Right.
Listen,
Listen,
foundation
I'ma tell you.
parameters should
I'ma-
be
no,
here.
I'ma
Like,
tell you.
what am I
Listen.
missing?
I said, hey,
Hey,
listen,
Listen, remember I got
beer.
the Heisman, right?
Right, wait.
So
So,
I'm-
Corona, if you want to sponsor us, apparently you are the reason that he is a builder.
sponsor.
Feel free to contact us at MyRate360. We'd love to talk to you about sponsorship. You were saying?
And I also want to know why it didn't work for me. Because I drank a lot of them.
Okay, so
And I'm not building, I'm not building in the neighborhood. So what about a Corona beer? Did you pop the top, drop a lime, and it was like, hold on. So the actual dimensions of a foundation is actually 12 by 12 with 16 inches deep, but you only do like a Corona drink with a lime didn't give you innately that knowledge.
Right.
Yeah,
We need more context.
Break it down. Break it down, bro.
So when I decided and I spoke it into existence when I was going to become a builder, I asked myself, where are the builders at?
At the beer factory.
At the
No,
beer
they're
factory,
not.
Yeah.
At the bars.
No, they're building.
Oh, I mean, like, not a lot of lead up to that. Like I thought he was gonna
they're
give me something
building.
profound.
So I went to my favorite builder and I studied this builder, and it's Grand Homes. It's my favorite builder. I'm actually going to meet the guy who owns Grand in 2 more weeks, which is kind of cool. But I studied that builder because that's so like in anything that you do, you want to study. Like I studied Eric Thomas, and now I'm certified speaker with him. I spoke that into existence. I told myself I spoke it. And I study Grand because to me they're just the best builder. The way they do it.
Where does Corona come in? Because I'm trying to get sponsored.
I'm about to tell you.
Give it to the
So
production.
I went
Corona, is that better?
to a subdivision. I went to a subdivision. It was being built by Grand.
Okay. I thought he was about to say by Corona.
No, by Grand. And when I rolled through there, I'm looking at the contractors. And when I came through, I came in on lunchtime.
Okay.
And I noticed that in the back of the house, they had a cooler and they was drinking Coronas. And I said, oh. So I said the next day, I came back with a case of them. I gave him my card and said, hey, I'm a builder, man. I just want to take care of y'all. I'll come back tomorrow. And I dropped off a 24-pack of Coronas and I kept going.
This is not a good one though.
It is.
No,
It is.
it's
Hold
not.
on.
I
Hold
came
on.
back.
Look into the video.
I
what
came
this
back
brother
the next
saying.
day.
Yeah.
And
Came
gave
back
him
the
more
next day.
beers.
And then that's the very first time I've ever been called Jefe.
Wow.
I don't even know what that was. I was like, what's that? What that mean? It said boss.
Yeah.
So you Jefe.
Okay.
Because I gave him my card. I told him I'm a builder. Because I already had my card. I had the website, I had everything right there ready to go. And then I built a relationship with the contractors. And then they was like, man, and I was like, so what's this? It wasn't no more Heisman. They was telling me everything.
Okay.
Man, this is right here. And they popping the lines and they show me about the joist. And they show me about everything. So I'm learning, right? And that's basically was my key. So sometimes you got to figure out the key in a relationship, a common ground.
Well, your superpower was like identifying common ground.
Yes.
Right. So now, in fairness, when you drop those Coronas off, a guy like me walks by, see the team drinking on the job, and I fire all of them.
Right. But they were
But that didn't
already
happen.
doing it.
Right.
I didn't create a habit. I didn't create something. I didn't create nothing. I seen them already doing it. They already were doing it. You know what I'm saying?
But this is
So
in the back.
this is something they already doing. I was just paying attention.
So you enabled them.
Well,
No, they were already doing it, so I saved that cost. They were going to do it that way.
So they were drinking on the job before I got there.
So what this brother did is one of the quotes I live by. And to those at home, I share with you. Read the room.
Yeah.
That's what he did. You read the room.
Yep.
And you saw what they were
Absolutely.
using to take a break.
Yeah.
And you used what they were using to your advantage.
Yeah.
Leverage. We talked about that.
We talked
couple
about
weeks
that
ago. Yeah.
until I roll up with code compliance because I want them to see how great my guys are. And code compliance rolls up like, you guys are drinking on the job, building a house. Your permits and everything's denied. Pack your stuff, get out of here. And I'm like, so your leverage and all of your peacemaking don't cost me my project.
Well, let me tell you something. They all do it.
It's perspective.
All of them. They all do it, no matter what. They all do it. And at first I was on that whatever, but man, it was almost like it was a harmony. It's so dope. When they get there, they crank up their music.
They do.
And it's amazing. It's just like it's like an orchestra, and they are gone, bro. Like I seen some amazing, and I love it, and I learned so much from them. And they didn't give me the high. They welcomed me like family.
And so so the guys who are in the trenches are the one that taught you the game.
Yeah, because you got to realize this. As a builder, you're building. Like I designed another superpower is me. I love to design. Like I design all my stuff, but as a builder, the concept is here, but you still need to get somebody to develop the concept.
To manifest it.
Yeah, and so you got to get to the builders. So I'm telling you, drive around, look at the builders, look what they look like. You need to befriend them people. Right. So here's another thing. When I come out there with this and that, and so guess what? I called them. I said, hey, I'm building a house in Oak Cliff. You want to do business? They said, yeah. I said, boom, the whole crew
Wow.
Came through.
came and built out the
I
whole
love
thing.
that.
And guess what? Hefe was writing the checks.
Wow. Come on.
So, how many projects have you built to date?
I'm at 7 right now.
7.
You're only at 7?
Yeah, I'm at
Dude,
7.
the way you're talking, I knew you was about to be like 7D.
Nah, 7.
Okay.
7.
So-
So 7 of my own. I GC'd about maybe 20.
Okay.
But 7 my own designs built up from the ground up.
So 3-4 years in the game, 7 own designs and builds, GC
Wow.
20. Like, have you? So doing like fix and flips is not your thing. That's
Nah.
not even up your alley.
Nah.
Give advice to the person that's been in the game, that's done some flips, done some rentals, but want to build. What advice would you give them?
So I'm gonna give you some advice for Texas because the game is different in different spots. So this don't apply to Chicago, it don't apply to Philly. I get it what y'all got going on because y'all stacking on top of each other at this point. But in Texas, because we got the land, first of all, nothing sells quicker or better than a brand new home. Period.
Right.
So here's the second thing. What I don't like double working. So if you got to fix and flip, you got to go in there, tear down, and you don't know what's behind them walls, by the way. Then you got to fix that, and then come back in and do what I did. Versus, you just bought a piece of land and you built from ground up. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to sell faster. It's more pleasant. It's easier. And as a creative, I love creating. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the pre-existing, I wouldn't want to paint on a canvas that already had paint on it. I want to paint on a blank canvas.
Right. That's dope. That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
So if I want to get into building, do I need to have my own cash? Do I need to know how to build? Or is this something where it's like I can jump in and learn as I go? What would your recommendation be? Know the game or learn as you go?
I would most definitely. I don't recommend anybody doing what I just did because that was. After I looked at it, I'm like, man, it's only a certain type of caliber of mentality person that could have went bad. That really could.
Right.
I could have messed up.
That first project could have wiped you out.
Yeah, I could have messed up. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a horror story during that. I will say the pros is it sold in 7 days. The con was I was broken into twice. So as soon as I put the HVAC in, that has copper. I mean, they broke into my house, and the dude fell through the ceiling.
Good.
My man broke in, fell through the ceiling, cracked the back door, and that was it. He smashed my little alarm. I had an alarm. He smashed the alarm. And
so someone in the neighborhood watched you build. The moment the copper went in, broke in, fell through, smashed the alarm, took the copper, and now you got to redo it.
Now I gotta redo it. Now watch this. They probably stole the equivalent of on the street maybe $100 worth of copper, but it cost me thousands to repair it.
Right.
Wow.
So what I did was I had insurance, just in case, a risk insurance. So you most definitely have to have that. And so it slowed me down. Time is your biggest commodity. So if somebody takes away your time, they might as well be taking away your money.
Right.
Because time is of the essence. You know what I'm saying?
really is.
So it set me back about 3 weeks to get everything done because they had to go in, rewire, repatch up, tape in bed,
costs so
repaint. Had to do all that. But it was a learning experience. And I had a little alarm, but I got what's called an alarm barrel. You ever seen one of those?
I heard of them.
So this is a huge barrel that will scare. I mean, it's so loud.
It's so loud.
So many people. Yeah,
seen
it will
one of those.
scare the mess.
It's too heavy.
The whole neighborhood. I don't care how.
That thing is deafening.
Yes.
When you walk in there,
Yes.
it literally is like nails on a
Yes.
chalkboard right in your eardrum.
So it cost a little bit more, but it was worth every dollar. So I got that. They never came back after that, and I fixed it, and then boom. But I could have messed up. I could have got a guy for the lumber. I could have got a guy for so many different things, but
you had the right team.
I did, man. I
love it.
did. I mean, I would ask them not to leave the lumber on the ground, and so they would take the lumber and take it with them.
Wow.
So, do you recommend people build in the hood?
If you have the money, the answer is no.
Huh? Hold on.
He went way left and right. I was like, listen, get back to your community.
No, I
He was
don't.
like,
Yeah, I thought that's why I thought we was.
No,
gonna have a
no,
kumbaya
I ain't gonna lie.
moment.
Like when I say, okay, so you got some hood, then you got the outskirts of hood, then you got the suburbs, right?
And then you got hood adjacent. Don't forget the hood adjacent. You
Touche.
hood, but not really like hood,
right
hood.
there, you cross street.
Right.
So the thing
see
is,
that from
when
the
you're
front porch.
building, it's the cost. The first cost is the dirt.
Right.
So the dirt is very important. But if you have the money, just go buy the dirt that you don't have to worry about. Because I'm gonna tell you, the loss is the thieving, and
Right.
you're losing so much on stealing and security. There's some spots that I built that, man, we didn't have to worry about it. And it cost me more because of the land, but the neighbors was my security.
Right.
I got you.
Man, Miss Johnson across the street, she looking at my stuff. Hey, Dream, just let you know, contractors over there. Oh, thank you, Miss Johnson. She take care of me.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. I
Right.
love it because I know the people in my neighborhood. They help me out. I live in the hood. You know, it was.
You live in Transitional
I live
Trinity
in the-
Grove. Like,
it's
relax.
still the hood.
You're relax.
And we have a lookout system like that. But we do have a question from Mr. Joe Barkley. So the question from Joe is, what challenges were experienced in the first build, and how were they addressed in the next?
Okay, yeah. Challenge number one, like I said, theft. Straight up. And so what I did and how I learned is, don't get the alarm, don't get the small alarm. Go ahead and pay the money. Go ahead and pay for the alarm barrel or some really good security. It might cost you a couple $1,000, but I'd rather pay now or pay later. You're going to have to pay.
Right.
So that was something I learned, and most definitely some advice I would give to make sure, and always have insurance.
Right.
Builder's risk
Okay.
insurance.
Okay, and so let me ask this: for somebody like me, that I bought my first home, and it is in the hood.
It is.
It's in the hood.
It is.
So as a builder,
But transitional hood.
it's transitioning. So as a builder, for the other builders that are watching and tuning in, what advice would you have for them working with clients like myself that have a specific like niche of home, like you want it to be nice, you
And
want it
wear
to be
pocket
good,
squares, but buying houses in the hood. Like,
You know,
what advice would you give
you
to
know,
pocket
you know,
square
yeah.
buying in the hood?
yeah, but for working with clients that it might be their first build, and they're like super nervous and scared. So what advice would you have?
So the question is, what advice would I tell somebody if there was their first build and they're building in the hood?
Working with the builder.
Working-
It doesn't necessarily have to be in the hood, but just working somebody that's new, working with the builder.
Second or
Like,
third build,
yeah.
what advice would you give them to say, listen, here's how you create a good relationship with your builder.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how you create like a dynamic to where your builder, you
Right.
and your builder aren't on edge or at arms. Like, what is the advice that you would give them?
Right.
Yeah, most definitely you want to most definitely have a great relationship, with your builder. Now this person in particular, is this a person that's trying to build to sell, or is this a build to live in?
It's like building to live in.
Building to live in. So you want to make sure that they're aware of their surrounding, right? So drive with them not only during the day, but drive with them at night too.
Okay.
Because the hood looks different day and at night.
Let me tell you something. You ain't lying on that.
Look, yeah, I love coming to check you out, but at night,
the daytime.
I'd be like, listen, make sure I got no laptops on the back seat.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no. And so because now you kind of like, man, you didn't tell me that it looked like this. You want to be honest with them.
Right.
And so because they're gonna call you and they're gonna be mad, and they're gonna try to sell their house, and their wife all scared.
Right.
They gotta know. You know what I mean? And that's a big one. I will most definitely vet the area.
Be transparent with it.
Yeah,
So
vet the area.
let me ask you, because I see comments coming in from viewers on the show that said they'd be interested in. Rhonda Swanigan said,
Yeah,
I'm
she
about to
love to
start
build.
building.
She ready.
So are you working with investors who want to start building? Are you a
Absolutely.
contract builder?
Yes, I'm a GC.
Okay, so
Love
if
it.
someone wanted to holler at you to build their next project, how do they get in touch with you?
You could go to dreamluxbuilders.com. I have my phone number. If you go to Instagram at Dream Motivates, actually that's the best thing. Go to Instagram at Dream Motivates and click the link in my bio, and it'll have my EPK, it'll have my websites, it'll have everything about me. And it just go to Dreamlux Builders, and you can see some stuff right there. But most definitely, I do work with people that want to start, work with investors. I work with accredited investors, liquid investors, you know what I'm saying? And I'm wanting to expand. Now that I have the blueprint, sometimes you got to get that shell, the prototype.
Right.
You got the prototype down. Now you know. Now you can start building into other projects like that. So most definitely, absolutely want to look into doing that. So if y'all want that, just hit me up on the Instagram at Dream Motivates.
So if you're in the Dallas area and you're thinking about building, holla at the guy that put his money where his mouth is. No loans, no money from the family members. This dude was like, I'm going to bet on myself. And all 7 of your projects, you've used your own cash to build.
Correct.
So if there's no, if no one is the epitome of betting on himself,
I want to say
it is this guy.
I want to say I had partners on my last 3 builds.
Okay.
Shout out to Ant. You know what I mean? But before that, yes, it was solo.
It's just you.
But that's
Just
okay.
you.
It's all about reading the room.
Yeah.
And applying leverage.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm cool
That's
with
the
partnering.
recipe.
Partnering is cool. We get to going. It's all about the bottom line. Speed. Right now, I'm really about time.
Okay.
So my lesson about time is that January 5th, 2013, I lost my mother, right? And prior to losing my mother, I was all about making money, getting to the money, get to the bag, getting to the bag. And depending on your perspective of life, you probably at the same situation. Where it changed was, because usually I can fix things with money. You know, I can fix it. Like, you know, if your rent's due or your mortgage is due, you know, go make some more money. Or if my brother was in jail or whatever, I go make some more money.
Get it.
I could not fix getting her back.
Can't fix it with money.
Jeff Bezos himself can't get my mama back. And so at that point, I realized, dang, money really don't. You would think if you have $1 trillion like he has, that you're able to go into the bottom of the ground with some super machine, rejuvenate a person's cells or something, and bring them back. You can't. So I realized that stop chasing the money, start chasing the relationships.
Wow.
And then the money will accidentally chase you.
Start chasing the relationships,
Yeah.
and the money will chase you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Truer words have not been spoken in the last 60 minutes.
Right. No, it's very true.
I mean, we've been speaking some truth in the previous episode.
But what he says is all connected. But that
Yes.
starts with calling the number. It's on the back of your card. Identifying who your creator is.
and identifying your
tapping into that.
tapping into your superpower.
Tap into your super. That's
Right.
that's a cold
That's what
piece.
activates your superpower. Tapping into superpower. Tapping into your creator.
Yeah, I actually have a test that I can help people with identifying, and this is a real deal, with identifying what I say your superpower, which is called the DISC assessment test.
Yeah,
DISC.
I've taken that.
Yeah, it's your personality test, and no matter what, you can't lie about your personality. You are, God made you the way you are. You know, this is your DNA. And so what's cool about it is the same person that created this created the lie detector test. And he also he also created
didn't know.
created
I
Wonder
didn't know
Woman.
that either.
Really?
He's a creator of Wonder Woman. And so Wonder Woman, if she put the
Wait, he created Wonder Woman the movie
yeah,
or the cartoon character?
Yeah.
Or the Marvel character?
yep,
He Stan Lee created it.
It all makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh no,
He
it's
created
DC.
Wonder Woman. I mean, he also created a lot of test.
think about it. So you know
Women
with
know
Wonder
when you
Woman,
lying.
if she put the lasso on you,
Oh, you
Yeah.
tell the truth.
Truth,
Ex
uh-huh.
facto lie detector test, ex facto disassessment. I get
Aha!
He's
And it's a
just
power-
activating
Now you with the-
superpower.
yeah, that's a power. No, seriously, that's probably the best thing, and I learned that through Eric Thomas. That's the best thing that's happened to me in the past 2 years because it's like re-meeting yourself. So if you're right-handed, bottom line is you're right-handed. Don't try to write your signature with your left hand. It's going to look terrible.
Right.
So what's happening right now is somebody's putting you in a situation that you're writing left-handed when you're really right-handed. For case in point, if you're a high C, you need you're very organized. You cross every T, you dot every I. You want to make sure everything's boom, boom, boom. High I is personality. Like, you're a flamboyant person. You don't meet any strangers. So you don't put that person, that's a person for sales. Because he said, hey, man, how y'all doing? But what happened is you try to put that high I in a cubicle, and he's losing his mind.
Right.
And therefore, he doesn't keep a job because he keeps trying to be somebody he ain't.
Right.
So when you find out who you really are and you access your gift, you're able to triple down on your gift.
Talk to them. You dropping some. Yo, do we have a gems little hashtag? Because this guy is dropping gems.
No, but it's so serious. And so it helps with marriages too. So I found I've revealed my superpower to my wife, which was a high D. I'm actually what's called a unicorn. I'm a high D and a high I. A high D. High D is located in red. It's red, which means a decision maker.
I'm sorry. I had to.
That was low hanging fruit.
It's a high. I got it. No, it's not that one.
Set me up. He's like,
So you got, okay, disc is D-I-S-C.
Right.
D is a personality, I is a personality, S is a personality,
Yes.
C.
Right.
So you have your superpowers within those.
right.
And I am a high D and I. So that means I have a high influence, but I'm also a boss at the same time, which also means the bad part is I fight myself every day.
Right.
Because those two people, the high influence to go kick it. Hey, let's go.
Have you ever done a disc assessment?
I have.
What did you learn something about yourself after doing a disc assessment?
Yeah, I'm awesome.
You remember what letter was your strong point?
Don't give me the line. Whatever the good one was.
So
No, all of them are good.
But but I do remember reading it, and it was spot on.
Okay.
And then after that, I quit my job.
you need to go back and do one. I'll do one with you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, I promise you, bro, the ability to self-assess.
Okay.
So I want to put that out there. If you've never done a disc assessment, you will be blown away about how accurately that assessment describes you as a professional and as a person. Wow. And it will literally, like, the questionnaire is pretty extensive. It's like 90 questions. But at the end of those questions, you will read and discover things about you didn't even know until you until you read exactly how it evaluated yourself. True. I recommend everyone do a disc assessment. You will be surprised at your strengths, surprised at your weaknesses, and actually surprised at your overall assessment and how accurate it is. So that's solid.
To our people that are watching, can they go to your website?
Absolutely. Actually, go to my Instagram once again and hit me in the DM, and we'll go ahead and take care of your disc assessment.
Oh, it's major. It's major.
All right.
To our viewers that are watching, go to his Instagram, in the DM, and get a free disc assessment.
I have to turn your mic off because you keep on putting it in your pocket.
Well, you told me.
So, with that said, so Dream, I got to tell you, man, it's been a pleasure. So we're gonna move into our next segment, and in our next segment, I mean, Dream as a builder, I'm sure you've been around, you've seen multiple projects, you've walked through different projects, right?
Correct.
So in our next segment, we like to sometimes ask the question like, what are people thinking? So if you've ever been on internet, social media, driving for dollars, whatever it is, and you walk across something real estate related, and you see it and you just can't ask yourself like, yo, what are these people thinking? We've created our segment of whose man's is this? And sometimes you just need to know
whose man's is this?
Sometimes you just need to know that whose man's is this, right?
Yeah.
You get it. So let's jump into our first segment.
Whoa. But where did this one come from?
Oh, so here's what I will tell you. So Dream, just to let you know, I actually was so inspired by your story, I went and visited your most recent build. So our Whose Man's Is This segment is based on your most recent project. So let's jump right in. So Dream, when I pulled up to your house, I pulled into the driveway and noticed that the driveway didn't necessarily let me enter the garage. So I parked in the driveway and then I walked around on the street all the way to the front of the house. So my first question to you was, did your architect quit, or did the garage door opener guy say, you know what, Dream, I see what you wrote down, but I'm going to just do my own thing. Help me explain to me what happened when I pulled up to the last DreamLux Builder house, please.
So first of all, that is most definitely, I do not certify that man says that ain't nowhere near a DreamLux build. But where is the drive approach? Can you pull it back up? Oh, there it is.
Right there.
Man, where's the drive approach?
So now we don't even have a driveway. You gotta jump the curb and pull into a non-existing driveway just to hoof it around to walk into your garage.
It's a no-car garage.
It was at this moment. It was at this
It's a
moment.
no cars in here. No cars in here. No cars in
So,
here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
The city official was like, whoa, you trying to front load your driveway? Nah,
Maybe
bro.
they wanted just,
You're
maybe they used
side-
it
you on
as
the
a
side.
storage.
You are a side access driveway, sir.
Yeah.
He's like, well, listen, I'm not changing my build.
Right. Maybe they just they know it's a storage and they're never gonna park. I don't know. But
Nah.
that is not.
So this is for the
Your man's right here.
homeowner that has a 4-wheeler that pops the curb every time to jump into
Monster truck style.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Bigfoot is a so here's what I got.
What you got? What you got?
To the garage door install person who insisted that they are not installing the garage door on the right side of the house. To the homeowner who said, you know what, like, I can carport it because the front load garage just looks way fire than the side load garage.
For real.
All I need to know is, whose man's is this?
That's for real.
Right. All right.
Now
so
we're going
Dream,
inside.
Now that we've pulled up to the front of the house, we walked into the house, right?
Oh,
So as I'm touring the house,
hold up, man. Come on, is that real?
That's very real.
I walked up the stairs and I noticed that you have the bathtub right atop of the stairs.
What are you talking about?
That's very
What
real.
kind of suicide bath is that?
So
The question
Yo.
is, what kind of suicide bath is that not?
Boy.
So listen.
Oh,
so
my.
if I'm the listing agent, description reads, from your master bath, views left and right.
Boy.
With overflow protection on the tub. You can't overflow that tub.
What?
Why? Because when you do, it's going downstairs.
You out of there, bro.
It's called a water transfer tub.
Yes, it is.
The water
This
is
is real?
transferred from the tub to the
Dre,
stairs.
so
Somebody
help
did
us
this.
explain to us what you did at the top of the and as we walk up the top of the stairs, it's not encompassing any bathroom. This is just a standalone bathtub atop the stairs. So what was the motivation there? Because dream motivation is this thing, right? So help
Yeah.
us understand the motivation.
What's the dream here?
Let me tell y'all something. Once again, that is not a DreamLux home. However, now when they get out of the tub, what kind of Dukes of Hazzard? Like they gotta. Nah, that's
Yeah, you get out the tub and it's like,
It's-
listen, for the person that needs the adventure, like, listen, am I falling or am I not? Like, this is the keep me on
It's
my
a-
toes tub. you
It's
know
a
what
bath with a view. Like, that's just the
I
way I
love-
see it.
I like it. So
It's a bath with a view.
to the homeowner who rolls out of the tub and ultimately
That's terrible.
may stumble down the stairs at the I've fallen and I can't get up. To the plumber that insisted that, listen, you need to have the top of the stairwell tub view. All I need to know is, whose man's is this?
shout out to the
That was him.
table
So
with the
Dream,
disciples. You know what I'm saying?
as we walk through the house, we then get into the meat and potatoes, the selling piece. What sells houses?
The kitchen.
So now I walked into the kitchen and then I see this. So now, Dream, I know
That's not real,
this
man.
brings,
That's very real.
This brings a true definition.
That is not
to-
real.
That's
so
very
any of you
real.
who've ever wanted a standalone fridge, this is now the true definition of a standalone
Oh
fridge.
my
I
God.
just picture like this aggressive builder where you walk into your home, you like, you know, I asked for something, and he said, you did get a stand on the fridge. That's it. You want your fridge to stand alone? It stands alone.
hold on.
And that's what you got. You get what you asked for.
My man's refrigerator looked like the first dance. By himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so here's what happens when your fridge is like, listen, son, like, I'm a Samsung amongst whirlpools. Like, I need to stand out,
alone.
like, alone. Like, when your fridge is telling you real life, like, I'm not rocking with them.
Exactly. Whoever built this, I can tell you what the superpower wasn't. It wasn't being specific.
Oh, man.
Or was their superpower overly specificity?
Hold
Listen,
up.
you said you want your fridge to stand alone and shine.
I made that happen for you.
And not only that,
And now you're mad.
Let me tell you something. And that was already thought out because I'm gonna tell you right
they
now.
encased it.
Look, listen. I'm gonna tell you when they built that foundation, they had to go underground for the
And get
electricity.
the plumbing, yeah. And the
So
water line.
that ain't no that I ain't never seen nothing like that.
To the refrigerator who will not associate properly with the other stainless steel appliances, to the other appliances who had a full mutiny on the Frigidaire when this is a Whirlpool house, all I need to know
That's crazy.
is whose man's is this?
Yo,
That's
Why
hilarious.
they
I
had
love
a
it.
mutiny on the fridge?
I have no idea. Hey,
hilarious.
but we do have another question from one of our viewers. So I've been trying to work with production, y'all, so bear with us because they got the little curse in the way. So Joe Barkley says, as a fix and flipper in a build on top of each other in the market in New York City, would you recommend to build in another area where land is more plentiful?
Absolutely. Listen, if you're in New York, so by the way, we're in Dallas-Fort Worth. For those who are in New York, I'm gonna let you know right now. I want to welcome all y'all to DFW, and I'm gonna tell you what's happening. They said that Dallas has this is a real number, over 5,000 people moving to Dallas-Fort Worth per month.
Absolutely.
All right, so the average cost of homes just went up from $250 to $318
Yes.
as of 4 days ago.
Yes.
So the land is here and why it's here, and most definitely I wouldn't go back into the hood, the Queens. I mean, where you gonna go? Like, you gotta go in New York. You know what they have to do? They gotta build in Jersey.
Yep.
They gotta go to Willingboro. They gotta go out. They gotta
Long
go out.
Island. They gotta go.
Yeah,
They gotta
yeah.
go out there.
Come to Dallas. You get an investor, catch a plane.
And then let me build for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Another one. Another one.
Another one.
Yes.
So it sounds like not only are you doing your own projects, you're looking to work with other investors. So tell us again, how do we get in touch with you? How do we stay connected with your projects? Give us your social media handles. Give us all the juice on how people connect with you.
Yeah, if you go to Dream Motivates on Instagram, I have in the link in the bio, just click that, and I have my whole EPK. I have all my links to some of my websites stuff that I do. Just go in there, just vet it out, check it out, and connect. Hit me on the DM. Ask me any question you want. I got you.
Got it.
Love it.
So for anyone who's interested in getting into the build game, is it okay if people reach out to you just to ask questions?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, the build is to fund the purpose.
Right.
My purpose is a motivational speaker. I'm here to help, right?
Love it.
So I'm an entrepreneur coach first off, and I help people change their mind, to reset their situation. It's all about the way you look at it. You know what I mean? A lot of people looked at COVID as a bad situation, and to be honest with you, I don't know about y'all, but that first 3 weeks, it looked like a scary movie.
Right.
But after that, and people start peeking their head out and noticing there wasn't gonna be no zombies outside, we was all okay. And you had to figure it out. You had to recreate yourself.
You know who else was not afraid of this whole situation? People in Atlanta.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So,
Well, you know what? But in fairness, COVID doesn't exist in Atlanta the
Right.
way they
Clearly.
party. 'Cause they are like an immunity bubble. So to my homies in Atlanta, like
right.
I don't know to be mad or applaud you,
Right.
but whatever you're doing, I don't know if it's working or if it's setting us back 10 years.
Right. But Atlanta came up because we had a viewer that says, so Dallas isn't full. They heard Atlanta is already full. Do you think that's true? Do you think that there's space for construction in Dallas, or do you really think that Dallas is like the hot desirable spot right now.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've been doing some major studies. As a matter of fact, that's why I was talking about that clubhouse room, the DFW plug. That was the reason I started that room, because it's crazy. Finally, you know, everybody, Atlanta, y'all had the Young Jeezy moment.
Right.
You know, H-Town, shout out to my boy Paul Wall and all y'all brothers out there. Y'all had that moment. Dallas, it's like, but now Dallas is starting to look at like, so Dallas is number 6. That was the first one that of largest cities in the United States. And it's creeping to number 5. And what's helping that is that new train that's coming from Houston to Dallas. And you can drive it, you can go on that one train, go to Houston to Dallas in 90 minutes. It's the second train. Yes, the second train ever like that in his life. His first one was in Japan.
You're right.
Oh,
And
so they have a bullet train coming to Texas?
Bullet train from Houston to Dallas. Imagine we leave here and be like, man, let's go to Houston, come right back. Like that. So that is a key. Success leaves clues. Also, Tesla is coming to Austin. That's a big deal.
Right.
Amazon is planted here in Dallas Fort Worth.
So
a lot of big corporations.
Tesla, Amazon, Bullet Train, if y'all want to sponsor the show,
Exactly.
feel free to reach out to
Another
Myra 360.
Listen, I hope they do, because it's crawfish season is here in Houston. I used to live in Houston, so that's really my original Texas stomping ground.
Shout out to MC Quay, High C man.
I just wish they had it to where I could hop down.
sponsor.
I literally just want to hop on the Bullet, go down to Houston to eat, and
gone.
come right back home.
Come on back.
Yeah.
But I most definitely, so Dallas is
I'll take y'all
a
on a
huge
half ride to
market,
dinner.
and I would tell people from Atlanta, get some real estate in Dallas Fort Worth right now.
But to get that real estate in Dallas,
You need to log on to Myra 360.
Lockett-N-Homes.
Log on.
Yeah.
Log on to Myra360.com.
That's what's up,
Contact
man.
the hard money lender. What hard money lender are you with?
Lockett-N-Homes.
And then you can also
Hey.
contact what builder?
Dream Lux Builder. So we're gonna go to
Hey.
@DreamMotivates. Hit me on the Instagram.
Really, this is a
Go to Dream
triangle.
Lux.
They're done. They
And
contact
so you
us, they're
can not
done.
only get the money, you can get the builder, you can get all the resources that you need at www.myra360.com. Create a free account, at least for the moment, it's a free account. And then you can be connected to all the lenders and builders and everything that you want.
Exactly.
Ultimately, this mystical train that's going to go from Dallas to
Exactly.
Houston, and ultimately going to sponsor the show.
Not to mention they get a fly investor relations manager. Do you see it?
What just happened?
Do you see it?
Whose man's is this?
You know what? I'm using my superpower.
Fair,
My superpower is
touche.
moi.
There you go.
Fair enough. So then, Dream, dude, I cannot tell you, it's been a pleasure. We appreciate you joining
Yes, sir.
us. I've been your host, Adonis Lockett. Feel free to find me on Instagram, on Facebook at Adonis Lockett. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, I've had my pocket
It's a pocket square.
square wearing,
Yes.
super influenced by the
Cool
moment.
sneak wearing.
Ankle showing co-host, Mr. Darion Coleman.
Absolutely. And also, too, to the viewers that are watching, another superpower of mine that I'm using, I truly love to educate and inspire. So I have a new Instagram. So if you all please bear with me and follow invest_with_DC. I'm going to be dropping a lot of content on how people that are not currently investors, and showing you how easy it is for you to use the tools that we have here at Lockett-N-Homes to become an investor and be like our brother here and build yourself up from the bootstraps. We can help you do that.
I love it.
So make sure to tune in at MyRA360. Log on to www.myra360.com. You'll be able to log on to 360 TV, watch this episode, other episodes. If you're interested in learning any aspects of the business, log on to the Learn the Business aspect. You can see all types of other educational content by different vendors and educators in the real estate investing space. Appreciate you joining us, and we will see you guys next time.